I spent hundreds on gifts for my nieces and nephews, but their mother told me I was embarrassing for not spending more, so I made the decision to ruin their lives forever. They're now begging me to stop ever since I was little. My parents beat it into me that when I grew up I needed to provide for them, and so my dream of making more money was always accompanied by the thought of me showering my family with gifts and love. I studied hard in school. I paid over 50% of rent as a teenager, yet I never got as much as a genuine thank you from my parents. Deep down, I think I knew something was wrong, but I craved their approval so bad I just pushed it to the back of my mind. Fast forward to now, I'm 28, and when last Thanksgiving came around, I was actually feeling really good for the first time. In a few years, I was able to purchase gifts for everyone. My parents, my sister Emma, her husband Joe, and their 3 children. I even got extra of everything, so the children wouldn't fight over who gets what plus some more in case anyone brought unexpected plus ones. I convinced myself that this was how everything needed to feel, but then came the bomb drop. I showed up at my parents' house with presents loaded in my car, and when I knocked, my mother answered the door. I expected some sort of hug or even just a simple hello would have been nice, but instead she hit me with, "We think it's better if you don't join us this year." I swear I thought she was pranking me, and I even started to chuckle. But then Emma hollered from the living room, "This isn't a gathering for cheapskates. You've become a real drag lately." I just stood there dumbfounded. My father was hovering in the background, not saying a word. Mother looked like she wanted the floor to swallow her whole, and Emma, she looked downright pleased with herself. I just stared at her blankly while my body went through the full range of emotion, confusion, rage, humiliation, everything, but I just nodded slowly and said, "All right." If that's how everyone feels before turning around and going to sit in my car alone, surrounded by a pile of unwanted gifts. They called me a cheapskate, a drag. Where was this coming from? An awful gut feeling washed over me, and I had this nagging feeling that somehow Emma was behind all this, except I couldn't figure out why. So I did what I always do in these types of situations and asked myself if I was my own brother-in-law. What I am to Emma, would I appreciate myself, my head instantly, flooded with memories of helping with their children, extracurricular fees, chipping in for their vacation fund, when money got tight, and even covering part of their down payment. When they bought their house, this left me with a clear answer: hell. Yeah, I would appreciate myself. It was at this moment that I allowed myself to get angry, like really angry enough to decide this wasn't ending here, and enough to march back up to their front door. They were still there, my parents whispering to each other, like they were surprised I hadn't just